territory. And so today, Canada lives with this US finger down their spine a little bit, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it could have been different because really they wanted the entire 54-40, they wanted everything sort of over here. So they got that, which is, maybe a little bit uncomfortable in some ways, but, they wanted the entire territory, and that wasn't possible. So, on August the 16th, 1896, 3 men, Skookum Jim, Tagish Charlie, and George Carmack, discovered gold in the Yukon in immense quantities. $40 million worth of gold they found in that first winter. That talk gets around. And within months, stampeders from all over the world were rushing into this area, and they had to go through this territory, which was, in a sense, contested, but it was U.S. territory, and up into here, Lake Bennett, and down here, and this is where the gold was found, up in the Klondike. Now, to have a closer look at it, this would be it here. They had to come in here, through the area, and either up the Chilkoot to Lake Bennett, and then down up to Bonanza Creek with the ships, or they could take this route in here. So it was a perilous journey, very difficult, and this is climbing the Chilkoot, and this is an iconic picture in Canadian history. This is burned into the consciousness of Canadians because this is sort of the beginning of settling the West in some way. So there the men go up there, and they had to take 2,000 pounds worth of equipment. 2,000, because they needed that much just to survive, and that was food, and that was equipment, and that was tents, and that was, whatever they needed to survive. And this was 30 kilometers. So you had to decide if you were going to take your 2,000 pounds, 200 at a time. I couldn't carry 200. And up and down this, so it was a huge, huge physical challenge. A huge physical challenge, and many men didn't make it. They simply didn't make it. And here is a more close-up view of that, these men, and they say if you got out of line, then you couldn't get back in. But gold. And even today, I think that if gold is found, men go crazy when they hear gold, and they forget about everything. And so here we have farmers, here we have businessmen, here we have teachers, here we have clergymen, everybody rushing to make their fortune. Very few of them did it, but Robert did. Not by finding gold, but by writing about it. He found his fortune by writing about it. And the Spell of the Yukon is one of, I think, my favorite poems, and I want to begin tonight with the Spell of the Yukon. I wanted the gold, and I sought it. I scrambled, I mucked like a slave. Be it famine or scurvy, I fought it. I hurled my youth into the grave. I wanted the gold, and I got it. Came out with a fortune last fall, but somehow life's not what I thought it, and somehow the gold isn't all now. It's the land. Preservation of the British Empire and the rights and freedoms of humanity. That was what the war was all about, and that was the propaganda that was driving it. Service didn't write about that. He wrote about the realities, and he wrote about the actual physical state. He wrote about body parts. He wrote about death. He wrote about destruction. And the military brass, the leadership, said, stop that writing. Stop service from writing, because it is interfering with recruitment. People don't want to read about body parts. They want to read, about these high ideals, constitutional monarchy, those kinds of things, not body parts. So, service became an ambulance driver.